The Latics Football Phone-In, proudly sponsored by Legacy Pets. Being a Latics fan is for life, and so are our pets. No one wants to think about what happens when we lose them, but when we do, we need to know that both them and us are in good hands. Legacy Pets have worked with animals for over 20 years and understand what it means to have lost a beloved family pet. They're also Latics fans, so if you do need their pet cremation services someday, they are dedicated to providing compassionate support just like we do on the phone-in. Visit legacypets.com and tell them that you're part of the Latics family too. Easy boy.
It's Thursday night. It's been alright. Gonna have your say on the football. Mad and sexy day.
Beautiful for Norwood. It might get on the end of it. It's Norwood. He's got it.
It's football. It's the football phone. The Latics football phone. It's the football phone. The Latics football phone. It's the football phone. The Latics football phone.
Oh, hello.
Hello and welcome to the Latics Football Phone-In.
Wagwan. Hello. How's it going?
Fine, thanks, Dave. How are you?
Good. Yeah, all good in the hood.
Yeah.
It's Champions League tonight.
Well, you know,
You're the champions. for
UEFA have
watching.
really had our pants down. We changed it from a Wednesday night to a Thursday night, and now because of the Champions League, people like watching Champions League. That's fair enough. But now they've gone and put bloody Champions League on a Thursday.
I
Tonight
know.
we've got Newcastle v Barcelona and City v Napoli to contend with.
Yeah, and the link is in the comments.
Yeah, so if you want to get in touch tonight, if you want to call the show, if you want to be a star of the show, if you want to get a chance to spin the wheel of wonder,
Yeah, which I forgot to bring over, but yeah.
it's okay. You can
It's
get
okay.
that
Cool.
shortly. So remember, first-time callers get priority for the spin. So if you've not been on before, you get to do it first.
Christian, promises. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. So 3 out of 3 this weekend, as Mike says there.
Yes.
That's what's on the table. Are you going to Cheltenham?
No.
No.
I'm in another country.
Oh.
Well, no, I'm not. Technically, I'm going overseas.
All right. It's a secret mission, is it?
It's a secret, sexy
You
mission.
can't tell anyone where
I
you're
can't
going.
tell anybody what I'm doing, who I'm
Right.
with. Oh,
It was Anglesey.
no.
It's overseas, isn't it?
It is, but
Technically.
no, you're wrong. Let's see who can guess. Do. B.
Oh, B.
Oh, I wonder who B is.
I wonder who B could be. Put your camera on B.
Yeah, B.
We have to vet callers.
What does B stand for? Ball bag,
Could be
brain,
Boris.
balls,
Balls.
bottom,
Well, yeah, and he could stand for anything.
bilge.
Beginning with B. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's
now.
gone. There you
Won't
go.
do that well.
Yeah.
That was. So we need some call. Even Ibby's not called in at the
Ibby
minute.
is not called in. What is going on? Are we on Facebook? Oh, yeah, we are, Mark. Cunliffe says,
Yeah.
yeah,
So Dave, the weekend, Bromley.
yeah, the bees.
What
Yeah.
did you didn't watch that either, did you?
No, didn't. No,
You-
part-timer.
You really.
Part-timer.
Maybe I should find somebody else to do this show with who actually pays
Please
attention.
do. Please find someone as sexy
Well,
as me.
I thought we were very, very good against Bromley, and that seems to be the general consensus.
Yeah, that turn from Mellon, I've seen the highlights, seen the goal, seen the sexy turn by Will Sutton, which I showed him. He's coming on a good play. And Ryan Woodsworth was like, oh, wow, that's class.
Yeah, it was.
We seem like we're gelling. 100 appearance for Matthew Hudson.
Got the highest clean sheet records.
Bob.
Graeme.
Oh, Graham's in the
Oh,
Graham's in
yeah.
the wings.
Shout out to Graham then.
Yeah, it looks like he's frozen. Oh, he's not.
there
No,
he
let's bring
is.
him in.
Yeah.
Graham.
Hello, Graham.
How are you doing?
All
Good,
right.
you
how
all
are
right, mate?
Yeah, I'm sound, yeah.
Good.
A lot more confident now we've got a decent striker in and start winning a few games, innit?
Mm.
Looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he'll make a big difference. He's what we needed. I mean, I thought in pre-season we weren't scoring any goals. Oldham nil was our new name, weren't it? But since, well, I couldn't really understand the Quigley signing, if I'm honest, because he's not a goal scorer. But I thought they must have had their eye on someone because they didn't sign Norwood. So they're obviously looking to replace him with someone. And then this lad, he looks all right to me. He's got a bit of good, his movement's good. He's got a good touch, and he looks like a good finisher. So yeah, I think we'll do all right. We're good defensively. Midfield keep hold of the ball. So yeah, I'm pretty optimistic.
Yeah, and the thing is like excuse me, we've started the season without the striker. We've got quite a few players that haven't been ready. And now it seems that, with that extra centre forward, with that out for goal, and like you said about Quigley, though, I mean, the thing is about having somebody that's a finisher and a poacher around you. It might work brilliantly. It might be a great foil for him. Might bring him into play, help him score goals, and I think that might be the part of the thinking as well. What I mean, it's not just about him scoring all the goals. It's about having somebody to play alongside him. So I think it's.
I think Fondop played well on Saturday.
He did, yeah.
Not just the goal he scored, but I thought his hold-up play was good. He's always good in our box defending. I mean, he seems to win everything, doesn't he? But I thought he played all right with Mellon. I thought they did all right.
That's what you want. I mean, we need competition, don't we? Competition for places.
Obviously, Mickey Mellon said don't go fishing for it about Mike's tough times that he's facing. So you can tell that he's been struggling a bit. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not glad he's struggling, but I'm glad there's an explanation as to why he's not started the season as firing as he was. You know what I mean? Something behind it, and he will be good with the support from us when he's
as well. Didn't he have? Was it his granddad died or something over the summer? And he was a bit late getting back for pre-season or something. Yeah. So that obviously isn't ideal for him. And then obviously something else has gone on, which he obviously had a hard time on he recently, but he came good on Saturday. I thought he played great, Fondop.
Yeah, he did. And he a couple of moments, two moments where he got the ball and ran with it and had a crack and seemed really direct and aggressive towards the goal and really wanted to score. He was desperate for that first goal. It meant a lot to him, and it meant a lot to everybody in the ground as well. So it was really good. It was really good, and we needed to get that first home win. We've not played badly at home. We could, like Mickey Mellon said in the interview, we could have won all the games at home prior to that, but we didn't.
There was Swindon and was the other Gillingham. We didn't start at all well for 20 minutes and the game had gone against them. We were behind the 8 ball, weren't we? From after 20 minutes in both them matches. But we could have still got at least a draw from both of those games as well. So
I think the Gillingham game in particular. I think they didn't score until about the 70th minute or something, and we were well on top. We came out of the traps in the second half much better. But it's just one of them things. It happens, doesn't it? You win games that you think you never should have won, and vice versa.
Well, 8 games in, we've got 10 points as well, which is always a positive. We've got goal difference of 0, so it's decent. We're 14th in the table with the likes of Cambridge, Notch County, Fleetwood are still there. They've dropped off a bit. Bristol Rovers, Crewe are only 3 points ahead of us. Grimsby, Swindon have got 18. Gillingham have got 18. And we give as good as we got, and we're just unlucky against them too. People really. So it's all to play for. And I think we've got a chance if we just keep the squad fit, and then we can go from there and see how it goes. Really, who else has been your standout player this season for you, mate? Who else has stood out for you?
I think Daniels looks like he's pretty assured, doesn't he, at the back? I think he's been good. Ryan Woods, I think, is a class act. He looks after the football. I'd like the winger, Hannon. I think he's got a bit about him.
Yeah.
Robson for me. Robson looks absolutely. He's class him.
Yeah, he's been a good signing. You can tell he's a.
I don't think we'll keep him long. A 2-year deal. Is that what we've signed him on? 2 years. I think he's going to be one of those that will be snapped up probably either in the summer or maybe even January. The way he's playing, he's a good player, very good player.
I thought on Saturday as well, Hudson. I sometimes don't think he sort of occupies his box as well as he could. dominating with crosses. But I thought he had a good game on Saturday, and he made a cracking save second half.
Brilliant save, yeah.
Mm.
I think sometimes it's just that split-second decision making with him, whether to stay or not, and he doesn't quite just come out, clear things, get off his line quick enough. That's the only thing that he probably needs to work on. I think like everything else in his game is good. I think we've got a really good goalie. We said this last season. There were some people who were saying that like they were being critical of him, but at the beginning in the first half of the season. But when we had a really, really good defensive record, and you've got to give your goalkeeper credit for that. Like,
yeah, of course you do. Your goalkeeper and your centre halves need to have a good understanding, and they seem to have got that pretty quickly, don't they? We're not conceding goals at all. Even against the better sides, I don't think we've conceded more than 2, have we? Apart from the Accrington game, which was a bit of a
damp squib that were it.
Yeah.
In the league, anyway, we look pretty solid to me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Interesting.
So what's your sort of like? Where do you see us finishing?
I think we've got to aim for playoffs. I genuinely do. With that, I don't see why not. I've not looked at anyone and thought, they're really. I mean, Swindon, I thought looked good, but we let them play for 20 minutes. Anyone can look good if you stand off them.
Yeah,
we're looking good away from home as well, which is always a positive as well. I think we're looking quite strong away. If that makes sense, Cambridge, going to Cambridge and getting the results, no mean feat. Fleetwood, we should have won that game. So again, we look quite assured in our displays, and it's all positive, isn't it?
I mean, I'm still sort of getting over Wembley, to be honest. It's still one of them where you're like, did that happen?
That's it.
It did.
It did.
I mean,
it did definitely happen. Yeah.
I know. It's just one of them where, like, I think everyone's got their own Wembley story and like about that one football match. It's like I never thought I'd beat Sheffield Wednesday when we won the league. That was my high point as a Latics fan, but doing it at Wembley like that was just absolutely unbelievable.
Are you based in Oldham, Graeme?
Not far, Todmorden.
All right, okay.
So like 20 minutes away, so I get to most of the home games, and obviously the playoffs are just, and that's a bit the weird thing really with the home form this year, because the back end of like the Halifax game, that game were done and dusted in 10 minutes, and we were like on the front foot, like proper at it, and yet we've started this year sort of the opposite. We've not really got going for 20 minutes in the home games, have we?
No, I think playoffs are a different kettle of fish, and a lot of people said that in the training when it came to the playoffs, Mickey Mellon changed, and he said he turned into an absolute monster. In those last few training sessions and that the weeks of the playoffs, it was like shit or bush really. If we didn't go up, that would have been it. I think we would have really struggled in the National League this season because we would have lost
like a shark tank this year, doesn't it?
I think the intensity maybe is something that I don't know obviously enough about it, but like how intense you can train.
You can't do that throughout the season.
Do that kind of level over a full season.
3 cup finals, isn't it? In effect, isn't it? Really. So
I think the thing was, what amazed me, when we got to Wembley, and I think the eternal pessimist. Not that I'm a pessimistic kind of person, but I didn't. Based on what it's like being a Latics fan, I think most of us kind of thought, well, we're there now, but we probably won't end up winning.
It was the way I felt.
And then because we did, I think the feeling of winning at Wembley was something that we weren't quite ready for. And
I felt awful. I didn't enjoy the day until that full-time whistle went. I was sad. I weren't sad. I was just really nervous and I was stressed. People were bothering me at the, in the Green Man. I was just like, I can't cope with this. And I was just like, I didn't want to get drunk. I just wanted to watch the game, wanted to remember it. And then when they scored in the first minute of extra time, I was like, it's just. But then that's football, isn't it? It's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy.
I was emotionally drained after that game.
Yeah, I think everyone was for a few days afterwards. We were all just a bit.
Well, I come down on the coach from Latics and I got a message as soon as the game finished. Like, you're going to be buzzing on way home and this and that. Everyone were like a zombie, like zonked out, like they couldn't process what had happened.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
we're all just drained, like.
I went for a couple of pints after it, and then I just said I was in bed watching Britain's Got Talent by 10 o'clock. I was just like, I've had enough, just chilling out with my little lad. We were both exhausted, but he was still buzzing, and I was just like, I can't believe we've done it. I can't believe it. It was disbelief. But
and now we get the pleasure of going to Cheltenham on Saturday.
Cheltenham, Notts County, Notts County give us 1,500. We're going to take 3,000, aren't we?
They've got to give. They're going to have to give us more than that, aren't they?
Yeah.
I would imagine they'll
Being
sell
a
out.
bit
They're not.
naughty. Is it nearly 30 odd quid or something to get in there?
Cheltenham is, yeah,
Seems a bit
27.50,
steep,
I think it is, and then £2 from the day or something. So, right, listen, we've got a queue now, Graeme.
Yeah.
So thanks for kicking us
Thanks
off.
for calling in, mate. Yeah, please
Pleasure,
call in again. Nice hearing from you, mate. Cheers.
All right, bud.
Take care.
See
Cheers,
you
Graeme.
later.
Bye.
See you,
Bye.
mate.
Bye. Bye.
Just like to thank Jenny for remembering that we kick off at 8.
Yeah, well done,
Well
Jenny.
done, Jenny, this week. Yeah, good stuff.
Christian.
Yeah. We need Will G just to stick your camera on for us so we
'Cause
can
we can't
see who
see
you
you.
are before we let you in.
All right. Yeah.
There we
Okay,
go.
Will.
Thank
Okay,
you.
cool.
Right, that's all good then. Right, hiya, Chris.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah.
How are we?
You all right?
Good evening, mate. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah. Just wanted to call in a slightly different point. And I know a lot of us are talking about the playoffs and league positioning players and that. One thing that's really excited me over the last couple of weeks is there seems to be some media coverage of the youth academy. So I don't know if it's just planting the seeds with the fans, but it actually really excites me that we've got the academy back this year, and hopefully we can start to really press on with that. I always look towards the future of this club, and I think getting some younger players in this year, your Drummonds, we got Harrett last season, we've got Hudson Cup coming through now. I'm not necessarily talking about youth academy players, but getting players who didn't get a chance somewhere else, bringing them in, and giving them that bit extra to see their careers through. Because I think for this club to progress, I know we say we're a big club. I think sometimes it's a bit of tongue in cheek. The transfer model that we had in the National League, we cherry pick the best players. Going forwards, if we're going to be successful long term, I don't think that's a model that we can pick. I think League Two we get away. League One, there's a few clubs in there that are going to be able to give bigger wages to players. We can't cherry pick players, and I see one day maybe us being like a Brentford or a Bournemouth. Now, if you ask the younger fans, could we be a Brentford or a Bournemouth? They'll say, the Premier League clubs, those. If I go back 20 years, they were classed as lower clubs than us, lesser clubs than us. And I look at their rise, and it's been a case of they've got players in for nothing, made them better players. They've succeeded as a result of that, but then they've sold them on for millions. And I can't think of the last time we did that. I think that's a model this club needs to have. But going back to my original point, I think seeing the academy start up again is a massive thing for me.
It's undoubtedly football's a young man's game, isn't it? When you get to 30, you're peaking, aren't you? You're getting over the hill. So all the value in football is obviously in the younger lads and the potential. And I think that's a great point about sort of giving people an opportunity to kickstart their career. And I think that's where really good coaches come in, when you've got players that managers and coaches that can spot something in a player, but then bring it out of them. Like you say, but people are talking a lot about Kane Drummond. I mean, obviously his finishing's let him down a little bit, but people are saying there's a player in there, and it's up to Mellon and the club to bring it out in it, and then you've got a valuable asset then, and the club do need to do that. We do need to sell players on. We get attached to players, especially good ones, but it's part of the rebuilding process, Chris. That you spot on.
And that's the reality of supporting this club. We're never going to be the team at the top of the tree, and I'm fine with that. And I think to support Oldham, you've got to be fine with that. But like I said, we need to see young players coming through. It's like the Drummond thing there. There's a lot of fans who can appreciate actually what he's done. I do rate him. Obviously, his finishing's been awful so far. But could you imagine if over a season or two, we've got Garner at the club, we've got Mickey Mellon's sons coming now, influences who know how to finish, who can tutor him to do that. Could you imagine if Drummond could finish if we could add that to his game, he'd have already had three or four goals this season. And there's nothing saying that in the next sort of few weeks, months, that he couldn't become that player, because he gets in the positions.
Yeah.
He gets in positions. I remember when Norwood, even if in his first season, when he scored the 19 goals, we were saying he's not scoring as many goals as he should. And I know fans were saying, we're not creating chances for him. But then whenever Norwood didn't play, we seemed to get more chances. And I think half of it was Norwood couldn't get in the positions. He wasn't fast enough. He had it here, but he couldn't beat the centre half that we were up against. Some of the centre halves in the National League were beasts. Not very good players, but they were athletes. And I just thought sometimes Norwood just couldn't beat him. Drummond gets into those positions because he's so explosive and athletic. If we added the ability to finish to that, you could be looking at a 20-goal season striker.
He's got the ability to finish. I mean, he must do it in training. I was watching him in the warm-up against Bromley before the Bromley game, sticking it in the net, in the warm-up, no bother. So he can do it. It's about... It's just in game. It's just in the moment in a game, the composure that is needed to do it.
It just comes with time, though. He was playing at Warrington Rylands 3-4 years ago, so it's going to take time.
And the team need to get used to getting making the most of him as well. Like he needs to be getting in behind, doesn't he? He needs to be getting into the space. I think when it comes to the thing about you said about us being a particular type of club, a selling club and stuff like that, I think what's important is you go back to like the Corny era where like the club needed to sell players, and
to pay wages.
That put pressure on, and you don't get the best value.
Yeah.
And we need to not be that. We need to be able to hold our nerve and get the best deal for players. And I think that becomes from the stability of the club, and hopefully that's what the Rothwells are putting in place, so that we can get. We're not getting shafted by clubs above us in League One, Championship, Premier League, or whatever. That's really important.
And not something on sell-on clauses or anything daft like that. Do you know what I mean? So we're a different animal now. We've got a great infrastructure. We've got Sports Town on its way. It's going to come, isn't it? It's just going to take a bit of time, and it'll be all there soon.
Yeah, I think under Corny. Was Edmondson in the Corny era? I think he was one. He was
it would have been. Yeah,
I just felt under Corny, the sort of model, the idea behind it was right, but he was half-assed and he just didn't have any guts, as far as I'm concerned. As soon as a good player came through, you had the decision to make: should we hold on to him for a season? Oh no, we'll just sell him, because if he has a crap season, he won't be worth it. Whereas I think with the Rothwells now, we're probably going to take a few more risks with players and hold on to them. And hopefully that'll bring more success to the club. But in the long run, if we do have to sell them on, the value will be increased, rather than just selling them off as soon as they have one good game.
Yeah, 100%. Like that's part of the issue. I think Corny probably had to sell to bring in money whenever he needed to, and because there wasn't the security. There wasn't the revenue coming in from any other source. Like cup games against Liverpool was desperate. Like we desperately needed player sales. Were desperately needed. So it's a longer term plan that Corny, for whatever reason, wasn't able to implement. And in whatever 3 amigos, it's all ancient history. But the point is now that there is an opportunity, and that's what they're trying to do. And hopefully we can build on it, like you said, and emulate to some degree. Like Bournemouth have got rich backers. Now
what I mean? They've been bought out, but they had a great system.
And Brentford, obviously, community club. The different sort of model again. But again, there's money behind them. They're in London, and
Brighton. Look at Brighton again. Another one who bought well and did everything the right way.
Where do you think what's our ceiling in terms of where we can go? Do you think, Chris?
I mean, it all depends how we utilise it and how we grow as a club. Bournemouth 20 years ago were definitely a smaller club than us. I remember them being minnows in League One. Look at them now. I don't know. I think that is the dream. I think we've got to aspire to that. How we get there, it could take you 10, 20 years. We might never get there, but
Championship for me.
Possible, really. If you'd have said to me we're going to languish in League One for another 20 years, I don't think we've done a good job of it. I think we're better than that.
Yeah, great points.
Well, the potential is for better than that. It is for the championship potentially. We've got to be having a go at that, but we've got to get out of this division first. And when you say about being a big club, it's all relative. I think when you're in the National League, Oldham are a big club. I think even in League Two, Oldham are a big club. I think when you get up into League One, we're probably just like an average. Our history might be a bit more impressive than some of the others, but there's some big clubs in League One, so but I'll be happy to get
our time in the Premier League, don't we? And therefore we're a big club. But I'd love to know that behind how many teams are there in the Championship, League One, and League Two right now who have been in the Premier League? There's probably more than you remember. So
yeah.
Does our stint in the Premier League really mean that much, or is it just
yes? It does. Yeah, of course it does. Founding members, mate. Come on.
I think it does. I think there's there are teams that have never been high, like Stockport, never been higher than the Championship. It's a big deal to have played in the First Division and / Premier League, and it makes you also. I mean, I know times are very different than they were, but it makes you realise that it can be done. You can look back at your own history and say, yeah. All right, Bournemouth have done it, Brentford have done it, other teams
Swansea.
in recent years have done it. But we've done it, and we can do it again if everything clicks into place.
Yeah, it'd be good to see, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Saturday, mate?
Been speaking about this on the WhatsApp group, and I said if you give me a point now, I'll take it.
A point on the road.
We should, on paper, we should be going there and winning. And if we were to score more than one goal in a game, that'd be the first time we've done that this season, wouldn't it? If we score more than one. But what I'm looking at is we just won 2 on the bounce, 2 brilliant wins. If you look at the teams that we've beaten, they're 2 great wins. But if we go to Cheltenham on Saturday and lose, then the questions start to creep in. Whereas if we go and we get a draw, that's a very Ellen thing to do. We go there, we draw, and then the following Saturday, we get back to winning ways. I don't know. I've got a slightly bad feeling. It'd be very Oldham of us to have 2 brilliant results, and then we go to Cheltenham and get stuffed. I really don't want that to happen. So,
right. Well, on that optimistic note,
I'm forever pessimistic. I've had too many years supporting this club.
Well,
this is new.
I hope you're wrong, mate. I hope you're wrong.
New Oldham. So, right. Thanks for calling.
Cheers,
Chris.
mate. Thanks for the call. Cheers.
Take care, pal. Yeah. Right. So we've got Chris. We've just done Chris. We've got Will. We've got David, and we've got Ibby lining up. But first, we've got
Please be
this.
patient.
The Latics Football Phone-In, proudly sponsored by Legacy Pets. Being a Latics fan is for life, and so are our pets. No one wants to think about what happens when we lose them, but when we do, we need to know that both them and us are in good hands. Legacy Pets have worked with animals for over 20 years and understand what it means to have lost a beloved family pet. They're also Latics fans. So, if you do need their pet cremation services someday, they are dedicated to providing compassionate support just like we do on the phone-in. Visit legacypets.com and tell them that you're part of the Latics family too.
Easy boy. Don't worry, Dave. You just wander off.
I weren't wandering off.
It's fine. We'll find. We'll ask Will in a second, but I'm confident about Cheltenham. They don't score many goals. We don't need to score many goals against Cheltenham. I think
signed Joe Nuttall, so that shows a lot.
I think we'll beat them 1-0 or maybe 2-0, but I don't think we'll concede against them. Anyway, let's find out if Will agrees. Hi, Will.
Evening, gents. How you doing?
All right. How are you?
Okay, mate.
Good. The internet might be a bit dodgy. Right?
It's a little bit dodgy, but yeah, it's okay.
I'm phoning in from Madagascar, so the internet.
Oh wow!
It normally is.
What are you doing there?
Normally, I've just finished work basically. So I live in the UK. I live near Southampton, but normally on a Thursday, normally on an evening, I'm on baby duty. but I'm away this week with work, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to phone in and say hello.
Nice one.
But yeah, and take advantage of the 3G in Madagascar.
What's it like in Madagascar?
Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool, mate. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, the portions are big. My one takeaway. Yeah, I just paid 20 quid for 3 people for dinner, and I don't think I'm going to eat again until tomorrow night. So yeah, it's all
That
right.
sounds all right. Yeah, sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you live in Southampton. You're a Latics fan. How does that happen?
Yeah, God, a lot of people ask that. My dad's from North Wales, so my dad's from same place as younger Nathan, actually. My dad's from Flintshire. My mum's Irish, but they met in Manchester. So I was born in Oldham. So I was born in Oldham General Hospital, and then we moved. I swear my family's cursed. We moved when I was about 4 to Darlington, and look what happened to them. And then we settled in Aldershot, and then my old job was based in Southampton, so I moved to Southampton for my old job. Now I work in London, but yeah, but I grew up in Aldershot, to be honest with you. But yeah, we've still got like family, friends, and stuff in Oldham, and yeah, around in the northwest.
Right.
Interesting. So, what's your favourite memories of all? Did you ever go to see Latics when you were younger, or when you've been there? What was your first game and stuff like that?
Great question. What was the first game? The best memory was the 1-0 Man City FA Cup in what must that have been, like 2000, maybe
2001.
2001?
Yeah.
2001,
Yeah,
January,
2001.
Saturday afternoon, freezing your balls off.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. That was class.
Scott
Steve
Vernon.
McManaman came on. Yeah.
Yeah. That was We didn't get up much because I used to play football on a Saturday, and but yeah, used to try and get up like 2 or 3 times a year. My dad was never into football, to be honest. So if he'd been into football, I probably would have followed him. Our little one is like 5 months old, and I said to my wife, like, if we don't go up, I'm not gonna curse him with a non-league team. Like, I can't deal with that. So so the fact that we got promoted last season, it was like, well, you fucked, mate. You're old enough now.
Did you go to Wembley?
No, we didn't make it. He came a couple of weeks early, so he was about 8 weeks old at the time. So yeah,
Should
I
have
couldn't
just
get the
left the
split
wife.
from my missus.
Yeah,
I
you
said to
had
her, like,
to.
the bonding's important, she's really so. But yeah, no, I couldn't get the pink slip. I did get him one of your GN9 baby grows though, so he's got one of them.
Oh,
Very good. Very
Um,
good.
And I am the one fella, and maybe you sold some more, but I am the one fella who bought your crestfallen, if I'm honest, mug.
Brilliant.
Honestly, I
But
put
yeah,
I
anyway.
put I put some crap up on there just to see what happens, and
Yeah.
people buy it. It's
Crap.
quite.
It's sexy merch.
Well, I've got the Cracking Melons t-shirt on there. I'll put the
Mate.
sexy merch advert up in a bit, but
Yeah.
it's all
There's
good
some right
fun.
mugs out there, mate. So
So yeah, what's been your highlight of this season, or what's been your standout point? We've got back into the Football League. We play. What you're concerned about? What you're liking? Is what's your view of the season?
no, so what I'm liking. So I don't get to see as much as I'd like. I'm usually doing stuff, and then I've got it on the commentary. Because we're usually out. We're doing like swimming lessons with the little ones. We're usually out, so I don't get to see as much as I'd like. But then I quite often watch the replay, and I can't remember if it was the last game or the game before. So I can't remember if it was Bromley or Cambridge. But the one that stuck out for me was and I think it was Mellon against Cambridge, but I could be. Yeah, I think it was Mellon for Cambridge. At the other end of the pitch, or near the halfway line, was Ryan Woods jumping and full on giving it like the celebration, and it was like that team spirit. And I know that sounds proper soft and fluffy, but it's just, you can see like they've built a team. I think previously it was a bit toxic, and I think I've heard people say about, like, one of the things about Ghana is like the approach and the professionalism, and definitely heard it about Tom Conlon, like the professionalism they bring to the squad. It's like, no, you're getting paid, turn up on time. And like, as good as he was, because he had talent, that was supposedly one of the things about like Alex Reid, is like he didn't quite fit in maybe what was expected. And at the end of the day, it's a job. Like, I mean, obviously it's an amazing job, and I want him to show passion on. It's not a 9 to 5, but you want to see that professionalism. And I think that team that they've built. I think that's come quite a long way. And like I say, seeing like they all seem to be they seem to be a unit. And they're going to need that, because there's some, especially in the midfield, there's going to be some players missing out. Like when I know it's probably not until the new year, but like when that Stevens is back, that's going to be a bit of a headache, because he looked good at, was it Gateshead he came from?
Solihull.
Solihull, sorry, yeah, Solihull. And like he looks good, and like I didn't think he'd be able to fit Pett, Conlon, and Woods in the same team. Like when he signed Woods, I sort of looked him up at Exeter and stuff, and I thought, oh, that's going to be interesting. Like, because I think that was the criticism of Conlon and Pett last year, is they didn't get forward enough, and Woods seemed to be quality, but a bit more of the same. But yeah, he seems to be making it work. But you need it's a squad game, so you can't your first 11 could be good, but you're going to pick up injuries. You're gonna have times when people go off the boil, and you need to be not have people sulking, and and everyone's pulling in the same direction. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I did listen to the interview Norwood did with Fleetwood, and they said, "What's it like to be at Fleetwood?" And I think he's a bit bitter. Let's be honest. He wanted a renewal, and I think he put his heart on his sleeve after the final. And you don't begrudge him that. That must have been an emotional time. But he put his heart on his sleeve a little bit. Wanted a renewal, didn't get it, and I think on balance, it was probably the right decision, because a fit James Norwood 100%. But I don't. I mean, your last call, I thought, summed it up brilliantly. It's still there up top, but I'm not sure it's there all season long in the legs.
Yeah.
He's not got the best reputation for having looked after himself and being one of those players who's lived the life, But he made a comment, and it came across a bit sour grapes about, oh, it's nice to be at a club that's got patterns of play, or something like that.
Yeah.
But you watch the last few games, and there's some, and in that goal that Mellon scored, there was some nice ticky-tacky 1-2s and a lovely
Yeah.
That's what you want.
At
Play it
Cambridge,
play it along the ground.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
And I think it might have been yourself, Matt, or Andy on Monday, because I do listen to you. I subscribe to the podcast and listen to you when I'm heading into work. And the fan guest you had on was talking about Conlon last year, and he reverted to hoofball a bit more. But I think you can see that he's got more confidence in the lads around him. And I think maybe last year it was a bit like, I'm not sure, So
he's a quality player. He's a quality player. I think you're right. The trust in people, like with Corey Evans as well, when he came and he sort of pushed Conlon out, but now Woods has dropped into that role, and it's give Conlon that little bit of freedom, because he can trust. He's trusting your people around you, and if you've got a quality player there, in the previous, like Jürgen Ayrton was going forward, but Conlon had like Dan Gardner. He had. He didn't have many options around him, did he? Do you know what I mean? He was always the one who was sort of filling in and doing two people's jobs when he was trying to create the play, but then he had to cover, and it just didn't seem to work. And prior to that, he had Sharon, didn't he? Do you know what I mean? So it's like
he's got better players.
Yeah,
it's just as simple as that, and better brains, better movement, better ability on the ball, and recruitment is an ongoing thing, and obviously we need better players to play in this division, and I think a lot of us, at the beginning of the season, we were a bit unsure about how it was going to pan out, what the recruitment was like, and I think we've seen now that the players that he signed are good players. I think the recruitment's been good. I worry a little bit about up front that we are reliant really on players staying fit, because like and Garner, what are we going to get out of him? I know he's great around the squad and everything, but we need cover up there. But I'm happy. I think I like the way that we've been playing, and yeah, we need to score a few more goals, but we're not conceding goals. So I'm really made up by the way that we've started this season, and Mellon. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's last season and the season before was not his full squad. Now we've got to the point where it's his team and it's all on him, and it's up to him to keep making us better. And what I like about Melanie is I think he's genuinely invested.
Yes,
in this project and in Oldham.
He's desperate for that home win.
He's really has he's putting his heart and soul into it, and that I think he's got a great relationship with Frank and the rest of the family and everybody at the board and the club, and I think that is incredibly important for any football club, especially one that's trying to work its way through the leagues.
What's your prediction for Saturday, mate?
I mean, I'm a pessimist. So, like your last caller said, like it'd just be typical Oldham, wouldn't it? Like the chat is about the playoffs, and then we're gonna lose 2-0. But no, I'm gonna go with a 2-0 win.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who's gonna score?
I think Fotball will go on a run. I think you're gonna tell me he's injured now or something, but I think Fotball, now he's got that one, he'll go on a run, and I'm gonna back Drummond to come on. And I think your last caller summed it up perfect. I think there's a player in there, and if he can work on that, and I think what you just said, Matt, like obviously I haven't seen the games, and you see so much more at the grounds and in the warm-ups. A few weeks ago, you had a fella on, and he was saying like it's almost like he's got 3 feet, and I think he's trying too hard. And I think if he can get that one, I mean, some of those misses were shocking, but it's because he's snatching at it. And it's because he's, putting all the power in the world. Even like when
overcompensating.
Yeah, like the one-on-one, like that. When you're running full pelt, it's not that simple. I know when you see like in the Champions League, like a cheeky dink, but there's a reason they're in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're running full pelt to just, but I think he did just welly it. And I think if he'd had a little bit more composure and a little bit more, because I think he's trying, and that's what you want to see. You want to see the endeavour, right? But I think he's trying a little bit, almost too hard. And if he settled, he maybe would have just taken it round the keeper.
It's the old adage, Will. He just needs one to go in off his backside. He just needs one to go in for him,
100%,
and then
100%, he just needs one. So fingers crossed. Yeah, so I'm going to go 2-0, and I'm going to go Fondop and Drummond late on.
Let's stick a 5 on it. And I mentioned about Adam on the podcast who got the attendance and the score virtually bang on. Anyway, we'll go on. We'll go to our next caller. Thanks for joining us from Madagascar, Will.
Cheers, pal. Thank you.
All the best.
Take care, mate.
Take care.
See you soon.
Bye. Bye. Good question in the comments there just before we go to an ad break. It was, who was the last manager who for over 100 games? I think it's Andy Ritchie. Was it Andy Ritchie?
I don't know. Maybe one of our geekier fans can
maybe have a look.
Let us know. Line, we're going to go here before we speak to David.
Tottenham merch, sexy merch. It's Tottenham merch. It's sexy, sexy, sexy merch.
Visit weareoldham.co.uk/shop now to see our brand new range of hot, sexy merch.
Tottenham merch, sexy merch. It's Tottenham merch. It's sexy, sexy, sexy merch.
There you go. Buy your sexy merch.
And also, September's fanzine has arrived. It should have been with us for the game on Saturday, but it didn't arrive. But they are going to be handed out. Arlene's going to be handing some out at Cheltenham on Saturdays. Keep your eyes peeled for that. They are free. We'll be handing them out.
You can donate, though,
before
to
the
Arlene.
Brentford game. But they are available on the website. So if you want to get one, you want to guarantee yourself one, they are available, and we will post it to you.
Good stuff.
In exchange for some £1,000 tokens.
If you want them signed by me, just let Matt know. No, don't.
Let's bring David.
Hello, David.
G'day, boys.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I
Good.
watch you quite often, but I live in Melbourne, Australia, so timing's not great for me.
No.
So it's usually the following day that I catch up, but at the moment I'm in Istanbul, so I'm a little bit closer to your time zone. So I thought this is an opportunity to get on. So
Well, welcome, David. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
So as long as you prioritised us over your holiday, that is great. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Are you there on holiday or what?
Pardon?
Is it a holiday? Is it a holiday? What's the purpose
It
of
is
your
definitely a
visit?
holiday. I mean,
Yeah.
look at me. I don't work anymore. I'm on the downward trend. You know, death is next door.
Well,
I hope not.
in that case, David, you need to make the most of every possible second
Absolutely.
that you have left on this earth, and you need to do that by wasting time watching Latics whenever you get the opportunity. Are you able to subscribe and watch the games over in Australia, or?
Yes, you can. I don't know always, especially. I used to watch them, but in Melbourne, where I'm on the eastern side, the games start either usually at midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So that tends to mess up your Sunday for a start.
Yeah.
And it was the corny eras. I was watching, what was it, Latics player and things like that.
Yeah.
And then those maggots took over. Whatever they were, Lexingums, whatever they were called.
That'll do.
Anyway, they really put me off. After a year, I thought I could not put my hand on my heart and say, some of this money is going to them. I couldn't stand that. So I thought, right, okay. So I finished it. Plus, I get my Sundays back. So I enjoyed that. Now we're back to doing something else. Okay. I stayed up to watch the final at Wembley. That was, well, like every Latics player, that was so enjoyable at the end. But, you know, head in hands at times thinking, oh, no, I've just got to think, oh, well, we made Wembley. It was great. And then when Norwood scored the goal, you think, oh, we've got a chance. I'm thinking we could do it on penalties here. And then, well, I'm still thinking about that. That cross, every watches it go in the goal. And
Yeah.
It was unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, you got to think here. Well, I'm in Melbourne at the time, so it's about 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock, and I'm jumping up and down. Where it's the other end of the house. My wife's thinking, she's waking up, thinking, what's going on? Yeah. So yeah, it was enjoyable, but so I'm here just to chew about the fact of Oldham Athletic. And in fact, Will, the guy before, he was talking about Drummond, and the one the other day when he was through, and it's all a mental thing. I mean, he hit it quite well, but I think I'm old enough to have seen quite a lot of football. If he wouldn't have hit it as hard and just put it between his legs rather than lift it, roll it along the ground. I think about Terry Henry when I used to see him. It wasn't a full blast. It's a coolness of head. Just roll it through.
A deft touch.
But David, that's where when we're talking about Wembley and that goal that James Norwood scored. that's why it was such a fantastic goal. Like the composure, the occasion,
Yeah.
you know, like to have that presence of mind to just know exactly what to do and to do it.
He knew what he was going to do before he took it on his
Yeah,
chest.
I mean,
didn't he?
and that's the difference. That's why James Norwood, you know, has had a career scoring goals. And if you think about the level that Norwood's played at, you think about how good somebody like Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, like those kind of players that have that skill and ability. That, I mean, Norwood was capable of that, and he never really made it out above League One, did he?
No.
You know, what these guys are unbelievable. Cole Palmer had a goal disallowed yesterday in the Champions League, which was just an incredible touch. You know, but that's the difference. You're absolutely right, David. It's composure. It's state of mind. It's just that's the difference. They've got talent, lads like Drummond, but sometimes it's just that coolness.
It's just one of those things. It'll come. I'm not saying he'll be like Thierry Henry, but once he gets one, as Will said, I think he'll plough on because he's a positive player. And again, like against Fleetwood, where he was running at Fleetwood, he was causing all sorts of problems with that pace. If he just gets one or two goals, he'll get that confidence, and it's like a tap, isn't it? Once you switch it on, it's going to be hard to switch off.
But he does contribute towards games. He was involved in the goal on Saturday.
Yeah,
you know, it's not all about scoring the goals, is it?
No.
It's about being involved.
Yeah.
But
Who else?
Mellon must have seen something in him to bring him back, and maybe he thinks, all right, he's a young lad, but if I can get to him. Just get him to calm down a little bit or whatever. I mean, we've had Mellon, he's been there, 2 and a bit years or just something like that. And I think in some ways, when you look about it, I think about Fondop. Fondop, when he was playing, he would try and everything, but he had that streak about him and he was forever getting himself sent off.
Yeah.
But then after like 12 months under Mellon's got something into him to stop him getting sent off and became our leading scorer.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Yeah, I think his temperament has improved no end.
Yeah,
because he was getting silly yellows and red cards.
That Solihull when he got sent off in about 25 minutes because
Yeah.
he kicked the ball away and then he did a daft tackle and it was just he was just raw, wasn't he? But he sort of moulded him into what he sort of wants. Now he's not by any means the finished article, but he makes sure that Mike uses his passion for the game in the right way, and he's become a fan's favourite. I think he was a fan's favourite when he played under Sheridan. When he scored those 2 goals at Newport County, and unfortunately got injured. That guy would have kept us in League 2 when we got relegated. But it's just one of those things. He's loved by all the fans, isn't he now? And it's credit to him, it's credit to Mellon, it's credit to all the players around him as well. It's amazing.
The thing is, David, we're talking about age before and sporting Latics for a long time, and it doesn't come around very often, does it? 1974 promotion from Division 3, 1991 promotion from Division 2, and then we've had all the relegations. We've had to wait all this time, and it's really. We've not had very many special sort of squads, managers. The alchemy has not been right. The chemistry has not been right. It feels like now with Mellon, and we've had the conversation on the podcast about when does he sign a new deal? How does that work? But the stability and the process of rebuilding the club, it feels like Mellon's the right man for it. At the minute, and long may it continue. How do you feel about that in terms of how much longer Mellon might stick around, and how you see the next few seasons panning out?
Well, I think Mellon sees it as a project. When he must have been sold the project by Darren Royal, I presume. What's they're looking forward many years and how they hope to improve the club. Now, I think maybe Mellon got us promoted maybe a year earlier than he thought he could. But when the Rothwells took over and they thought Unsworth was the guy, they had a 3-year program, I'm sure, and they thought that they would get promoted in 3 years, which we did. But when they sacked Holmesworth, I think they started again, but Mellon did it in 2 instead of 3. So, okay, we're going back to it. We're like on track again. So it's up to Mellon. He's building something. I really think with the team, we were talking about players. Some of them, I think, didn't have the correct mentality, or the mentality that Mellon sees is required. And as time goes on with Mellon, I appreciate him more and more.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a
early
really good
days,
point again.
it's all, oh, can we do this, or is he doing the right thing? But as time goes on, I'm getting more trust in that. I think a lot of the fan base is like that now. Plus, you got to think when Rothwell's took over, a lot of previous fans came back, because over the years they dwindled. It was 3,500 people, or maybe we could get 4,000, and then it jumped by 2,000 or 3,000. And people put a bit of faith in it, and there's still some of them still there, quite good. So I think it's a project. So getting back to my point about Mellon, I think he'll see how it is maybe after Christmas, and if he still thinks, yes, it's a project that I can work with, he might sign on for another couple of years. I mean, I don't think he'll commit to too much, but if he sees the progress running along and he thinks I can support it with the backing, you got to think that the Rothwells can only take the club so far, and then there's going to have to be some kind of change financially, because we were talking about Bournemouth and Brighton and play people like that, but you can see there's been a change where some people have got it so far. It's like a manager. I don't think even if we got to a Premiership, it wouldn't be with Mellon, but Mellon might be able to get us to League One, and he might think, well, this is my ceiling. And I think he's a smart enough guy to think that. And he'd say, right, now you need to, I'll do it for another year, but you need to get a plan to get somebody else in, or something like that. I mean,
yeah.
I think
there'd be amazing points there, David, but I'm going to put you on the spot now. Where do you think we'll finish this season?
Well, I've said 10th when I started. All right, a poor start, but you can say we've had some injuries, some disappointments. Talking about Stevens, I saw bits of him and I thought, yeah, this guy could be quite good. But it's depth of squad we've got as well. I mean, you go back to last year, we had certain players in like Rossiter. Rossiter came on at the final, and he was really committed.
Yeah.
But he was part of
that
team. He was part of that team. And then he I
remember him coming on in the final and just kept on booting off the pitch. Do you remember? Just boot it.
Yeah. But I think that's the thing. I think that what I've been most impressed with this season has just been the attitude of the players, the work rate of the players, the commitment, and I think that by the end of last season, that's what got us through. That's what got us through. I think the work that Mellon's done with the players and his senior players, the recruitment, he building we're starting to see a team, a proper team, and there is, everybody knows there's different phases of teams, and now we're starting to see it. We're starting to see a core, a nucleus, starts with the manager and with Brabin and with the coaching staff. Set the examples set at the top. You know, that's a successful club, like you fondly referred to the previous owners. You know, they didn't have the leadership skills, the leadership qualities to take the club and lead them forward. Corney didn't have the vision and the leadership qualities to do it. We've got a different set of people in charge now, setting different level of standards of expectancy, and Mellon fits into that category, and then he's bringing the players and the likes of Conlon and the types of players into this system and into this club that like he always says, and he said from day one, that represent Oldham Athletic and represent the town in the way it should be. And what we expect, you're an Oldhamer living down under, David, you expect whoever pulls that shirt on to graft first and foremost, and to work hard, because that's what people from Oldham do. We're grafters. We work hard. We're honest, and that's what he expected from our players, and they're doing that. And he said that that's what he wanted to do, and now he's doing it. And so, like you said, people are buying into that now over time, given a bit of time, bit of patience. We're starting to see that
the benefit
of that, and long may it continue.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna have to move on. So, have you got any more last points? Because you're in Istanbul, but soon you'll be back in Melbourne, and you'll.
Well, the only other thing is, I tend to hate Latics supporters.
Right. Well, thanks, David.
Yeah. No. The reason for that is I read that the All When the Blues and some of the comments. I think, Jesus. They really get my goat. Yeah.
Well,
in the old days, if I was in the pub, we'd be fighting every day.
David, no. David, V for violence.
Yeah.
David, violence.
Listen, every club's got them, David. But like, there are less things for us to mourn about now than ever before.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Well,
listen,
honestly, I really appreciate the call. I bet you got on the plane, you landed in Istanbul, and went. Phone in.
First things first.
Yeah.
Phone in, look. That's it.
Priorities.
And if I'm ever in Melbourne coming to watch the Ashes, I might give you a call.
Oh, not a problem, because I've got two cousins. One lives in England, one lives in Dallas. And last Ashes they came out, and I'm a member of the Melbourne Cricket Club, so I took them to the members, and they enjoyed it for a few days. They had a great time.
Send us an email to the We Are Oldham, because I'll definitely come over and say hello. I think Andy Halliwell might even do that as well. So yeah, brilliant, mate.
Right, cheers, mate. Thanks a lot, David.
Well, before you go, I've got to tell you, I'm not an England supporter. I'm Australian.
Oh, well, that's fair enough.
You'd be on the opposition.
That's fair enough.
I'll be drinking. It's cool.
You don't care.
Not a problem.
You don't care.
Right, thank you. Oh, good.
Cheers,
right.
mate.
Yeah. Thanks, bye.
What a
Thanks
great
a lot.
call.
Cheers, David.
So I've got members access to the MCG. I've
Yeah.
got David buying beer.
Yeah.
And if he ever kicks off, it can be violent with all the Aussies
He'll sort
and
it.
English
Yeah,
fans.
he'll
So I've
sort
got
it
a
out.
bodyguard. So happy days.
Happy days. Right, so let's chat
Dane.
to our old favourite, Ibby. Hello, Ibby.
Evening, sexy Dave. Matt, you okay?
Yes,
Thank you
mate.
for waiting, my
You've
friend.
been very patient.
Yeah,
Ibby,
we were
this
surprised
evening.
that you didn't come on straight away. We were like, where's Ibby?
Where's Ibby to kick
Yeah,
off the
I was driving and I was on the way home, so I had internet.
It's all right,
No
mate.
worries.
Don't ever drive and phone in ever. Yeah. So
So, are you happy, Ibby? 2 wins on the bounce for the Latics?
Yeah, I'm very happy at the moment, and I think we'll start winning games now. And I've just been very impressed with Jamie Robson. Dave early on was saying that we might end up selling him. There will be interest in him in January, but I think he's very, very happy at the club because I spoke with him. And I think he won't be leaving this club anytime sooner because he's loving every minute of it, Dave, which is nice to hear.
I'm not saying he's unhappy. I'm just saying that, we are buying younger players and they're recruiting younger because they're assets to sell when you're in league football with the transfer window. You're restricted on your budgets, you're restricted on your squad sizes. So it's going to be a different sort of recruitment strategy. And, I think assets like that, Matthew Hudson on a 3-year deal, Jamie Robson on a 2-year deal, it's good because they're invested in these players with such long contracts that it protects us as a club rather than just a player who's just, because they are mercenaries, aren't they, at the end of the day?
The last.
And it's nice to see players wanting to sign for 2 years with Oldham.
Well, it's like Keeler Dunn, isn't it? He's the obvious example of a
Conor
player.
McElhaney.
Yeah, exactly. And another one there that we didn't get anything for. But yeah, it's been really good, Ibi Robson. Really, really good in the opposition box and also a really good defender.
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah, I fully agree with Dave's comments. And I'm just looking forward. I think we should be beating them on Saturday. I'm going to go for 3-0.
I'd be happy with 3-0. I think that I think we'll win, and I don't think we'll concede, which I don't usually say. But I mean, looking at their form, Ibi, they've really not done very well. They've not scored many goals at all. I think they've scored 3 goals all season.
Stop talking about.
I know, but look, I mean,
I'm
I'm not having it as typical Oldham anymore, Ibi. I think that's gone. I think the mentality of the players is too good. I think that, like, we went to Bristol, who were obviously a better side than Cheltenham, and it was 0-0. But that was that Bristol side. They've kicked on since then, haven't they? Cheltenham are struggling, and I think that we'll go there and do a job.
Yeah, and that manager's under pressure, and Lee Johnson's father left that club. I think it was this morning.
Yeah. So new manager bounce. But yeah, I think that we'll go there. I think, like Chris was saying on the earlier call, like, I think we'll go down there and we'll take something from the game. But I don't think we'll lose. But I think, why not get that 3 out of 3?
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm happy with Mike Fondo finally scoring. He needed that goal. Apparently, he has some family issue or something. I hope he resolves it. He's a very key player for this football club. He's one of my fans' favourite.
Well, how was your favourite, Ibi?
No, as a footballer. You're a good friend, Dave.
Okay. That's okay.
And you're definitely not a footballer.
I'm better than you. So, Ibi, I know you said we're going to finish mid-table and it was all about staying up. With these results now and the signings we've made, with Michael Mellon coming in and Stevens to come back, do you think we would potentially be pushing for the playoffs or not?
I'm going for the playoffs, Dave. I'm being serious. It's been a slow start. The players are gelling in nicely, and there's nothing to fear in this league. It's wide open. We just need to continue winning games and take stock in January and see where we are. But I believe we're good enough for them playoffs, and it will happen again because, Mickey Mellon, he isn't a stupid manager. He knows what he's doing.
100%, yeah. And I think you get us in the playoffs, and you've got to fancy us after. He knows what he's doing in the playoffs. It's his speciality. But listen, Ibi, you know what? I think you've earned the right.
He's done it this season.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, you've already done the wheel, haven't you, Ibi?
Not this season, but I will keep it for next week, hopefully.
No, Ibi. I thought.
No, you've not done it this
not?
season. No.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Stay on the line, Ibi.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Dave.
Gets admiring glances, 'cause it's the wheel of wonder. It's time to take your chances and spin the wheel of wonder. Spin the wheel, can I touch it? Spin the wheel, I wanna touch it. Spin the wheel, let me touch it. Spin the wheel, let me touch it. Spin the wheel, spin the wheel of wonder.
It's a thing of beauty, mate. It was crafted, but it's made of pure mahogany. It's a beautiful thing. So you get the chance to spin it. It's sponsored by Sun on the Sands Holidays. So if you get that, you go into the draw for the holiday. Mystery prize, mug, or T-shirt. Or take your pick off the website. So when you're ready, Ibi, give me the instruction.
Yeah, spin the wheel, guys.
There we go. A good old spin. Look at that move. Fully lubricated. Oh,
it's the mystery prize. Right, hang on. I'll just get it. 1 second.
We've had quite a few mystery prizes, haven't we? It's in that box under the couch.
Cool.
Organised. We were organised. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
Just 1 second.
Come on.
Sorry. You have got a signed Latics Fanatics T-shirt. There you
Brilliant,
go.
guys.
It's really good. It's got some good names on it. It's got
David Ayres.
David Ayres, Ernie Cooksey, John Sheridan.
Rest in peace, Ernie.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, so it's
Brilliant, guys. Can you make sure you write on a piece of paper who's signed it so then I can make a note of it, please?
Yeah, we've got Matty Appleby. We've got John Eyre, John Sheridan, Dean Holden, David Ayres. It's got the numbers on. Paul Murray. 33. Who was 33?
I don't know. Well, the only evidence we've got is what's on there, so we'll have to. We can do a bit of digging.
I'll have a look.
But that's yours, Ibby. So
Thank you very much, guys. I'll pick that up from you. I'll make some time, and I need to see.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, sound.
Good stuff.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. I'll let you go because the show's gone past your time now.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's getting late. Cheers, Ibby.
Yeah.
Take care, pal.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye. There we go. That's nice. Right, so let's have a very quick chat with Dane. Hello, Dane.
Hello, Dan.
Oh, you've only called in to show off that.
There we go. Sorry, that's me trying to be smart.
There you go.
Nice tracking top you've got on there, Dane.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good at that.
Yeah, it's good to finally be able to give you a call. I've been away since the start of the season, pretty much. So I've been back for the one game against Gillingham. I was away for the first 3 weeks, and then back for one, and then I've been away for another 10 days. So yeah, been taking a bit of a break more than anything after the emotions of Wembley. So it's nice just to get back into the groove of it now. I'm going to go down to Cheltenham on Saturday, and then we've got a nice run of away games, I think, coming up after that. So I'm going to start easing myself back into it.
Yeah, well, why not? Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Santa mug?
No, that is a Better Call Saul mug. Got that from the charity shop for 50p.
Good. Goodbye.
Donate it to the Wheel of Wonder if you want as a potential mystery prize.
Seriously, if anyone's got any OFC memorabilia in the lofts, in the sheds, in the
out quirky
sexy bunker,
There's
send
a
it in.
knitted one from the 1990 League Cup final that I found at my dad's. I think one of my aunties knitted that.
if you want to donate,
It's got to stay in the family, that one though, gents. Sorry, I think it's too sentimental to be gifted.
They do need to remain a mystery.
Yeah. So if you just send everything to Matt, stuff like, I don't know, a sweaty sock from a match-worn sock or something like that.
No, you can keep that. So you must be happy then, Dane, with the way we've started the season.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of reason to be positive and to be confident. And I'm not just saying that because we've just finally won the last 2 games. I've been wanting to say it for the last couple of weeks that the signings that have been made, I think getting Mellon Junior from Burnley is a fantastic statement of intent by the club as a whole. I can't remember the last time we signed a Premier League player for a full season long loan, even all the years that we sort of did in League One. So I think it's really shows that everything's being backed the way that it should be. And we got off to the slow start, but we're still difficult to beat, which is very positive. And with the just a bit more time, work out the tactics, and the fact that we've had a dozen players come in and a dozen players go out, it's going to take us our time to adapt. But I feel that we've come out of that strong now, and I really do feel that it's just going to be an upwards trajectory from here.
I think what we've had in last season and this season, I think the first half of the season is going to go kind of similar. Like we've started the season similarly that we did last season. People have been concerned about the second half wobble because Mickey Mellon's had 2 seasons where after Christmas things seem to have gone off the boil. And now I don't think that that's anything to do with Mickey Mellon personally. I think that that's
That was injuries. That was players.
Yeah,
that was
I think I don't think
Stones debacle.
I mean,
Conlon getting injured.
There's been comments on social media that Mickey Mellon can't manage in the second half of the season, which is obviously completely that's obviously just nonsense, isn't it? It doesn't, unless of course it happens this season, in which case we'll say, oh, maybe I suspect that is not.
No,
the
I
case.
think it's going to be third time's the charm for this one.
Yeah.
We've got to remember, he was November, was it, when he signed? It's only a month before the second half of the season started. And then, like you say, you've hit the nail on the head there with the transfers and the injuries. And
how many draws did we have last season, at the start of last season? We had so many draws. We were like, there's no way we're going to get... We'd lost so much ground.
Copy of what's going on this year.
But then
this is the style. This is what we know to expect from Mellon. And it's worth last season. So if you're not willing to just stick with it and see how it goes for another year, then I just don't really know what more you want from the club.
I think
generally speaking, the fan bases, I'm really happy with the way that people en masse are sort of responding to it. Everyone, the word they're using is zen, and I think it's very apt.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I mean, I think that there's so much to be positive about. Even David V, Violent David from Australia,
the most violent man in Australia. Yeah.
Every fan base, it's about personalities. Like personality traits. Everyone's got different personalities, and you've got your pessimists, you've got your optimists, you've got your realists. You've got your catastrophizers like Dave here. It's a mixed bag, and it's part of what makes football fun. Having your mates who are always doom and gloom, and then the ones who are always positive. It's what it's all about. But when it comes to success and keeping a cool head, it's about riding that storm for the board, and keeping with somebody. And people like David just saying they're really starting to get Mickey Mellon and understand him, and I think that's really important with that relationship between the fans and the manager. And we've not had it for a long time, apart from Sheridan. Sheridan's that one that's maintained.
Johnston had it a bit, didn't he?
But
it wasn't
now with Mellon, obviously, winning a promotion is going to win you a lot of
Pete Wild as well. That's
yeah, but that was very brief, wasn't it? Obviously, but it's just nice to sort of trust the manager and trust the players. And like the players, and I
love the players.
It's really refreshing. But
I will love them if they do it again next year or this year.
Oh my god, it'd be Sir Mickey Mellon of all. He needs the freedom of the city, freedom of the town. If he does it this time, I just
like us to have a fairly consistent season. It'd be nice to
would
not.
There be an expectation of going to?
It'd be nice to not go like this. It'd be nice not to go on and then have a do. It'd be nice to just sort of keep sort of ticking over.
But with trajectory.
Yeah, just be in the mix, But
I think that's what we're going to be. We're going to be in the mix this year. I think that if we were worried about being in a relegation battle because of the slow start to the season, it was never the case, because we weren't, like you say, getting outplayed at any points. There's not been a single game yet that's been determined by 2 goals. They've all been 0-0s or by a single goal. Yeah. So the adjustment's been good, and there's a long way to go yet. And I just feel that with the momentum that we're still carrying from last year, there's every reason to be positive.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that the game on Saturday, it's just another game, but going to a team like Cheltenham that are struggling,
be what it'll be.
I think it will. I think it tells us a lot, though. I think it tells us a lot if we do go there and beat them, and make it 3 wins out of 3, and go to a team that is struggling, and just do a job on them.
I also feel that we have turned that corner with the ownership leading from the helm, so to speak. Just going back to the question before about who's managed 100 games, I don't know, but I would probably guess that it is Lee Johnson, because it just feels like he was around longer than Mellon has been. But we saw what happened there. Carney couldn't wait to get rid of him to Barnsley because they give him whatever the magic number was, 150
grand.
Yeah. As soon as you're 6 figures, you're out the door. Even to a team that was in the same division, that just showed the ambitions of the previous owners. And these guys that we've got now are just not like that at all. They're going to do everything that they can to keep hold of management and keep hold of players until they kind of have to be forced out. With the money, but they're not just going to drop the pants at the first offer that comes in anymore. I think those days are gone, which is really good.
103 games. 103 games. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. I thought
Yeah.
he'd been cheap, but
Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're in good hands, and the situation is improving all the time. And Saturday, I fancy us to go down there, keep a clean sheet, win the game.
2-0.
Yeah, I
Then
think
we're
so.
nice, comfortable 2-0.
Yeah, that's
playoff places.
That's it.
By Saturday tea time, potentially.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Right, we're going to go because it's nearly an hour and 20 minutes in.
Yeah, I appreciate you holding on for me, guys. Thank you.
No, it's all right, mate. Thank you for waiting. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Take
Good
care,
to
mate.
see you. Don't be a stranger. You might get a chance to have a spin of the wheel.
Maybe so. You never know.
Cheers, guys.
All right,
Cheers,
cheers,
mate.
mate. See you later.
He has lovely eyes, doesn't he? They are like
I didn't know.
hypnotic.
I've only got eyes for you, you see.
Right, are we going to do our new?
No. We'll save that one. But
New feature next week, guys.
But we will do this one.
Facts about, and you find out about
Cheltenham.
Cheltenham is adjacent to the M5 motorway between Bristol and Birmingham.
It's famous for its Regency architecture and its numerous cultural festivals like the literature, jazz and science festivals.
Horse racing began in Cheltenham in 1815 and became a major national attraction after the establishment of the festival in 1902.
The first British jet aircraft prototype, the Gloucester E2839, was manufactured in Cheltenham.
Cheltenham Town Football Club was founded in 1887.
Right. Over the years, the Robins have sported numerous sponsors on their red and white shirts, including National Express, Duraflex, and Fence Building Merchants.
If you're making a call to a landline in the Cheltenham area, the area code is 01242.
The Booze Buds lads may be interested to know that among Cheltenham's many restaurants, there are 2 Michelin 1-star restaurants, Le Champon Sauvant and Luminaire.
Musician Brian Jones, guitarist and the founding member of the Rolling Stones, and Michael Burson, nicknamed Wurzel in Motorhead, were both born in Cheltenham.
Cheltenham is twinned with, amongst other places, Weihai Shandong in China.
Facts about, and you find out about
Cheltenham.
Right, that's it. That draws a conclusion.
A new feature next week.
We have, yeah. We've got an exciting new feature.
It's
It will raise the hairs on the back of your
Hint.
Yes. So we are done. So see you for the podcast on Monday. Keep an eye out for Arlene. She'll be giving out some fanzines on Saturday at Cheltenham, where
you get a free kiss with everyone.
But don't
off Andy Roberts.
keep your hand off. Keep your hands off Arlene.
Yeah. None of that.
You'll get punched.
No, none of that.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks to Legacy Pets for sponsoring us. Thanks to Sun on the Sands for sponsoring the Wheel of Wonder. Thanks to all our callers. And thanks to Dave.
Thanks to you, the listener.
Thanks for you just for being you.
Hey Dave, did you know that listeners can now buy us a coffee or any other kind of hot beverage? What's your favourite hot beverage, Dave?
a macchiato.
And how do you like your macchiato?
Black with lots of milk.
No cream?
No.
Well, if you want to buy Dave a
macchiato,
then go to buymeacoffee.com/We Are Oldham. I'll just have a Nescafe.
Thank you, listeners.